talk to us about some things about what, life or something?
Yeah.
Different kind of stuff. And let's give it up for Noah.
So I recently graduated from college.
Yeah!
Thanks, yeah. And I got my degree in communications and the study of public affairs, and I minored. Thanks. And I minored in professional English and grammar for publishing.
Nice.
Or as it's more commonly known as the business world, worthless. But
What do you do?
Don't heckle the guy.
But yeah, I went to school at Chico State. I don't know if you guys know Chico, but it's yeah. So huge party school, and I had a great time. But it's not really the kind of place you want to go to get your degree, because I spent 4 years up there, and I think I came back dumber than I did when I went there. And see, Chico State. But I had to come back home, graduated, so I'm living with family again. And my best friend recently came out to her parents, and it was really brave of her. It was really difficult. Her family, kind of torn apart now. But I knew I was going to have that serious talk with my parents too. So I got my parents and I sat them down and I said, "Mom, Dad, there's something really important I need to tell you. Get off my chest." And they look at each other and they said, "Well, look, we've known for a while since you were little. You've got 4 years of college to kind of experiment, so we get it. We just want to say that since you've been gone, we've been learning a lot about it, and we just want to say we support you 100%. It's fine if you're gay." And and I was really surprised. I'm like, wow, this is a huge shock. I can't believe my parents would be so progressive and forward-thinking. It was really great to hear. Yeah. But I'm not gay.
If it were true, right?
Yeah. So I was a little confused. But I told them, I said, "No, I'm not gay. I want to be a comedian. I want to do this full time." And that's when the whole mood changed from all that loving support. Yeah, it was, my mom put her face in her hands and started sobbing, and my dad put his arms around her, and he looks at me right in my eyes and said, "Why couldn't you have been gay? Why couldn't you have been gay?" So I'm trying to work on that, maybe get back in their good graces. But my family and I have always had kind of we've always had a distant relationship. We went out to dinner once, and after dinner I said, "Hey, I had a great time. I love you guys, And this is the exact first thing that came out of their mouths at the same time, which was great. And then it turned into every high school breakup that's ever happened. They said, "Listen, you're a really great guy, you're nice, we have fun with you, we enjoy time with you. And we love the idea of you, but we're not really in love with you, if that makes sense." And I'm like, "Well, coming from my parents, that's great." Yes. And they said, "Look, we're going to get in the car, give us a call sometime, keep in touch." So they got in their car and drove away, and they left me there because I didn't have a car. But yeah, it's always been like that with my family. My parents, there's always some disconnect with us. I remember for Halloween when I was 7, they said, "What do you want to go as for Halloween?" And I said, "I want to go as a dog." And they're like, "Great. As long as if you can go as a dog, we'll take you out for Halloween trick-or-treating." So I go in the closet and I get the little dog leash and I get the little muzzle. And we go out, and it was actually probably the best time I ever had with my parents, And I was looking at pictures, and something was a little off. And it wasn't so much that the dog stuff, it wasn't so much the dog stuff didn't fit well, it just wasn't for a dog because we didn't have a dog. And it turned out to be my parents' dominatrix gear. The leash, technically a leash, not for dogs. you know? And I'm just saying, to this day, I've never seen a dog muzzle with a gag, a red ball gag. But you gotta be grateful for what you have. You know, I have two parents that I love, and two parents who really, really like me, so that's good. But I was walking down the street earlier today. You guys ever see a homeless guy? Yeah? See a homeless guy, especially in Santa Cruz? Yeah, you ever see a homeless guy with a girlfriend? You know, I'm an average guy, you know, somewhat charming fellow, you know, and I'm single. But the homeless guy out there with 4 teeth manages to find time to wine and dine some lady, and he's got a girlfriend, you know? I mean, I got an apartment and I have a college degree, and he's got 4 teeth and an addiction to crystal meth. You know, I can give her my love, or, you know, at least a warm place to sleep, and all I can give her is, you know, HIV. So, that's the one you got?
That was the line you crossed, and I appreciate that.
But I'm considering, I was gonna go to work, go find a job, but I'm considering doing that to pursue my new dream of being homeless. So apparently, that's where it's at. But, yeah, you guys, I made a New Year's resolution to read more, because I found out that people who read more generally have happier lives. So I thought I'd start with the newspaper, you know? Seems like a good idea, daily news. Worst idea. I don't know if you guys, because I had never really read a newspaper before, and I don't know if you guys have either, but stay away if you want to enjoy your life and be happy. You know? Because I get all my news from the TV. And on the TV, all the news stories are things like Kim Kardashian gets married, and Kim Kardashian gets divorced, and Kim Kardashian, is her butt real? You know? Clearly I get most of my news from Extra. Yeah. But, yeah, all these stories in the newspaper, they're all really serious, you know? It's things like 1,500 people killed in tsunami, you know? I don't want to wake up and read about a bunch of dead people. But I think that's what newspapers, who they cater to, because every front page story, it's all about somebody dying or some people dying, you know? And sometimes they don't have any, like, somebody won't die for a day, so they'll have to just make something up, you know, try to get you to buy the paper anyway. Like, I was walking by the newsstand the other day, and a headline, big headline caught my eye. Black ink, all capital letters, caught my eye. And it said, 40 people dead. And I'm like, I gotta be in the know. I gotta figure out what this is all about. So I get my dollar out, I get the newspaper, it says 40 dead, continue to page 2, I open it up and it says 40 people dead. Tired after marathon. And I was like, oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to read about 40 people being murdered. Nobody wants to read about, you know, a marathon.
Celine's newspaper.
But they always have a backup plan for people like that, people who love to read about death. It's actually a user-submitted page. It's called the obituaries. And I don't know if you guys ever read the obituaries, but it's just for the quick fix for the active person who loves to read about death on the go. You know, those are the people who can't, like, waste time cooking an egg on the stove. Those are the people who need to microwave a Pop-Tart and get out. You know, flip to the back page. Oh, man, gotta find something. Oh, Wilson dies of heart attack. This is great. Now I can start my day and hug my kids. But, yeah. But, I did see my parents recently. And I brought them a gift, you know. I brought them a gift for their anniversary. And on the way on the store, I picked up some gum. And, you know, I gave them the gift, and I gave them the gum. And they said, wow, we love the gift. If you have to know, it was a vintage Nutcracker. Yeah, I don't like it either. And they're like, wow, we love this gum so much. You know, like this gum, it's like root beer flavored gum. And they're like, you know, and I'm like, is there anything else you love as much as that gum? And they're like, nope, nothing else. Yeah. I think that's my time now. Thanks.
Thank you.